Sergeant First Class Eric Shaw spent more than a decade serving in the Army, and now he's an advocate for fellow veterans as they face challenges readjusting to civilian life. Eric is the author of Brave Rifles, a book that navigates his experiences in the military and the obstacles he faced after leaving. He's here now to tell us more about his book and his company, Tactical 16. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about what it's like to try to readjust. I mean, many vets have got physical scars, emotional scars. I mean, getting back into your career that you left off or starting it fresh. What are the challenges like when you come back?
It's a confusing process. You feel like you're by yourself. You don't know where to turn, depending on if you're single or if you have a family. It's just a very confusing time, very stressful. And we try through organizations to help them get through that process.
So you've written a book, and it talks about your experiences and how you navigated the entire thing, but it also was sort of a launching point for what you're hoping to do for other vets now. Tell us about that.
I wrote the book. I was asked by a lot of people to write this book, and it was just a matter of timing to get it down to do it. We wrote it. We were shopping it around. I was working with Anthony Farina, who was also my business partner. We finished the book. We were getting some very good press, preliminary stuff off of it. And we just decided at that point, why don't we just break off and do our own thing? So we started Tactical 16 Publishing. We're going to work with veterans, the PTSD, severe PTSD guys, get them through writing and things of that nature, just to free their mind up a little bit.
So you'll be offering a magazine, but also a way for other vets to write full-length books and get them published, you said, as a way to help heal from their own experiences.
Yeah, we got a magazine for guys that don't want to write a full book. We can do short stories in the magazine. It'll be available through our website. It's an online magazine. We had a lot of people write us and say after they were done writing, they'd email us back and say, you know, after I was done writing that's the best night's sleep I had in 5 or 6 years. And it was at that point we knew we were on to something with helping guys cope with that and various other ailments.
And for folks who are not themselves in the military, I mean, what an interesting way for them to be able to understand what people have been through, to read their stories and to read about what they've been through. So they can do that online. And for those who want to try to submit a full-length book, which is quite an undertaking, as you know, having been through it, they can go to your website, tactical16.com.
Yes.
And how does the process work then?
We'll pull their book up. We ask for about 3 chapters so we can gauge their level of writing and where their story's going, if it's something we can work with. At that point, Anthony, like I said, my business partner, he'll come up with a plan for them. We'll work with them through the whole step. We won't leave them behind. We'll get their story out there. Our books, the difference between our publishing company and a lot of other ones is our books are going to be pretty raw, but we found that that's what people want to hear. You know, we don't have a third party going through our books and cleaning them up for us. We're putting them out there as the soldiers writing them.
And there are true vet stories there. And as we talked about during the commercial, these books won't necessarily all just be military, but whatever helps these vets to heal through writing. So again, for folks who want to check it out, it's tactical16.com. I'm sure they'd love to hear from you out there so we can read the stories of those and what they've lived through. Thank you so much for your service to this country and what you're doing to help others now.